Thank God I don't have to get naked to be on the
You definitely don't need to be naked. Welcome to Naked Trainer Show, episode 4 or 5, I think it is. And I have the lovely, lovely Rachel Cohen.
Hi everyone.
Thank you for coming on.
I'm looking
It
forward
means
to it.
so much.
I think I'm looking forward to it.
You
Depends
are.
what he's going to ask.
It depends what I'm
me.
going to ask. There's only one funny question, which is the naked question, but the rest is going to be about you and what you're doing.
Okay.
Because you're very successful. You're quite successful, aren't you?
I like to think I am,
You
but
are.
it's wishful thinking. It's definitely wishful thinking.
So Rachel, you run expertise.com.au.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's fitness for over 40s.
Oh, and 50s and 60s.
50s.
So
Okay.
I've been saying over 40s for about 10 years, so I figure it has to creep up a little bit.
It does. So guys, you can go find that on the slide now. I'll just pop up a slide so you can go there. Expertise, it's experteze.com.au.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
I bet people get that a bit mixed up sometimes, don't they?
No, it's one of those things that when I created the brand, I never really thought about how many times I'd have to spell it to people repeatedly. But I liked it because of the symbol of the X.
Yeah.
So I was more focused on the graphic
Right, yeah. No, it
representation
looks good.
of
It's
it
a
than
lovely
the spelling.
Right, something I really want to touch base on, which is something that you're a part of a project, is that
Yes,
right? And
correct.
it's a #1 best-selling book. It's called Think Big,
Yes.
and I will show you guys here. And it is a fantastic book. Insights from Sir Richard Branson and international thought leaders.
Correct.
So, do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Sure. So I was asked to write a chapter in the health and fitness section of the book about health and fitness, and specifically my passion, which is healthy aging. Because I know, yes, we all think we look wonderful when we run to the mirror and apply the makeup and do the hair, but then there's that little voice in our head that sort of says, oh, I can see another wrinkle and I'm putting on a bit of weight. And deep down inside, we all want to slow that process down. So I did quite a bit of research and looked at the key things we need to do to help slow down aging and stay healthy and young. And that was definitely a big winner to be in the
Fantastic.
book.
And when did you write that?
Oh, now I have to be honest. So I actually wrote the chapter a couple of years ago, but
Yeah.
the book was published last year.
Okay.
So it's definitely an element of procrastination in there.
And is there somewhere where the audience can get hold of the book?
Yes, it's on Amazon.
Right, okay.
And probably on some of the other big platforms as well.
Okay.
But certainly, unfortunately, the one on Amazon doesn't have my picture on the front cover
Oh,
with
no.
Richard Branson. It's
Well,
got
if it did, it would sell a lot more, wouldn't it?
absolutely. It's got Les Brown and Brian Tracy. But if you Google Think Big Richard Branson, the book will come up, and there's some fantastic chapters in there from people from a variety of different walks of life, all covering different topics and giving us those key things we need to live our best lives.
That's incredible. So when you were asked, so can you tell us about the people that you worked on with the book, like who approached you about the book and how that came about?
Yes. Sydney O'Sullivan,
Right.
the lady who put that together, had done a couple of other books in the same style.
Mhm.
I think one she did before actually had Arnold Schwarzenegger as the key person in it.
Yeah.
And she's had this pattern or system where she's involved great thought leaders from around the world and put a series of
So it's a
books
self-help
together.
book, is it?
It's self-help advice.
Advice, right?
Yes,
And
so
it's
if you
got-
want to learn about finance, there's people in there
Right.
who are the best in their field.
and
that
then
will tell
fitness,
you.
yourself,
Yes.
and then other one. and
Correct.
other. That's
Yes.
fantastic. That's
Yes.
amazing. Now you don't only just work on this. You're now going to plan to turn this into your own book.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
And is it going to be the same around fitness and health and aging and
Definitely on how to slow down aging
Right.
and stay healthy and young.
because you're a speaker on healthy aging.
yes.
Right.
Yes.
So tell us a bit about that.
So I think there are 5 key areas that we need to look at in healthy aging.
Yeah.
And one is your genes.
Okay.
The other is what you think and feel.
Yeah.
What you eat.
Yeah.
What you do, and your body. And they're the 5 key platforms. And then I address all the steps you need in each of those platforms
Yeah.
to get the best result for you.
Fantastic. And you help your own clients through this.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
Definitely, because it's not just one thing. It's not just, oh, okay, I'm going to do lots of exercise and I'm going to be healthy and fit and I'm going to be fantastic forever. Yes, that's one element, but what's your blood sugar level? What's your cholesterol level? What's happening in your body?
Yeah.
What are your genetics?
Yeah.
What weakly performing genes do you have that you might be inadvertently switching on through bad lifestyle choices?
You're so right in there's so much more into just doing the physical exercise. You know,
Yes.
I focus very much on just doing the physical exercise, and there's a massive element. The nutrition I do focus on a lot, which is such a big part
Yes.
of it. Because you're qualified in
Yes,
nutrition.
I
right?
am.
Okay.
And even that's we're learning more and more now that health and wellness has to be personalised. It's no longer one size fits all, because it doesn't.
Absolutely right.
So even from a nutrition point of view, there's sort of a base level at which you say, okay, I always recommend a predominantly Mediterranean style diet.
Right, okay.
It's rich in,
And what does that include?
Rich, healthy fruits and vegetables,
Yeah.
legumes, seeds, protein from sources such as fish and poultry,
So
meat
the oils.
less,
Yeah.
good fats, good oils, etc.
So
But that might not suit everybody.
no, you're absolutely right. So if someone approached you and let's say they are vegan,
Yes.
you know a way of customizing or creating your plan so they're bespoke for those people, or how would you go about that?
Probably the first thing I would ask is, why are they vegan?
Why are they vegan?
Is it because it's kind of hip to be vegan,
Right,
or do
yeah.
they have an underlying
Because there is a
condition?
massive thing about this, isn't
Yes, and that's where honestly, a lot of nutrition companies and health companies make so much money out of our desire to overcomplicate things.
Totally.
Give me a list of 50 things I have to do before 9 a.m. and I'm going to buy in, right? Because the more complicated, the more it must be.
Yeah.
It must going to work.
It must work. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
So I need to find out why someone's vegan. Is
Yeah.
there a particular issue? Do they have some sort of underlying health condition?
So you cut out all the bullshit effectively, and you simplify people's lives in order to achieve their goals.
Yes. So
And-
if you look specifically in nutrition, I've got 3 rules.
Yeah.
Better,
Yeah.
slower,
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
Eat better, eat slower, and eat less.
There you
Remember
go.
when we were kids growing up and your parents used to say, chew your food 20 times?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of truth in that,
There is. Yeah.
because digestion starts in the mouth. That's
Yeah.
where amylase is released.
You're right.
That starts the digestive process. And we tend to gobble, gobble, gobble,
Yeah.
gobble.
Yeah.
And
There's even a process. I got a couple of my clients as well, because they would eat so quickly and they wouldn't chew their food properly. And you're absolutely right in saying that. So what I get them to do is I get them to eat some of their meals, especially the first couple of weeks, with chopsticks. Because
yes,
it
so that
slows them down. It
Yes.
absolutely slows you down, and it really does. And it's a great tip for you guys actually to do at home as well. Okay.
Well, you can just say to them, better, slower, less.
Yes, you can. It's true, and I will be stealing that from you.
You can,
to
you
use.
can, you can.
Now, Rachel and I used to work together, and I used to attend your Tai Chi classes. I loved them.
I've never been so nervous in my life. When the manager of the gym says he's going to drop in on your Tai Chi class. And Tai Chi is meant to calm you down, and my heart rate's going, oh dear.
Thank you. But I've got a soft spot for Tai Chi. Now, I've spoken to a lot of people in the industry, or friends and family or whatever, and I mentioned Tai Chi, and they all kind of like sort of put their nose up at it a bit. It's not looked as like a popular thing, and I want to touch on this with you and how you feel about that, because I don't believe it to be true. I believe it's not for the old, or it's not just for them. When I went there, I feel very grounded when I do it. I don't know shit about it, but I like the way it makes me feel.
Yes.
It's not as difficult as it is like yoga. Yoga I really find difficult to do, and a lot of people.
postures.
Yeah, and these sort of things, which I find create stress in my body. I don't know why. A lot of people get something from it, but I don't. But Tai Chi is this element between absolutely doing nothing, but doing something enough where you get power from it, and you feel connected.
Yes.
So I just wanted to kind of ask you, what's your opinion on people sort of putting their nose up at it and going, that's for old people that suffer from arthritis, or people that can't get out of their chair or can't sit down on the toilet.
Yes.
What's your views on that?
Well, you're right in the sense that it is great for older people.
Yeah.
Because it's an easy form of movement for them.
Yeah.
Not that they do Tai Chi the way someone like you or I would do it, but at least it gives them something where they don't have to feel threatened to get down on the floor, but they can still do something to keep them moving. But on the other side of that, we've got to remember, Tai Chi is one of the oldest martial arts in the world.
Is it? I didn't know that.
It's thousands of years old.
Right, okay.
And when people say, what's Tai Chi like? I always say, do you remember the Kung Fu television series?
Yeah.
Tai Chi is very similar to Kung Fu.
Right.
So it's a martial art, it's a fighting art.
Yeah.
But when they trained their warriors, they trained them to learn discipline and control. And they did that by slow movement and breathing.
Yeah. Right. Because when I finish the classes with you, I get so much power from it. And I actually feel calmer.
Yes.
And I feel like I can breathe again.
Yes. Well, Chi is energy. It's energy within you.
Yeah.
And all the moves are designed to improve the flow of energy through your body.
Right. Okay.
So there's a lot of science behind Chinese medicine, for example. And Chinese medicine also focuses on qi, on the energy, and moving the energy and meridians through your body. And I think even Western science is learning more and more that is validated.
Yeah.
Perhaps thousands of years ago, they didn't understand the scientific research behind it.
Right.
They just knew it worked.
Yeah, right.
Now
Okay.
we're getting the research
Yeah.
that goes tick.
Tick.
It works because it does
Okay.
this, and this.
Yeah, fantastic.
And Tai Chi is absolutely perfect in that field.
Yeah. And where can everyone, if someone after this, hearing this, feels like they might want to give it a go, where can they
Well,
start?
certainly if they're in my local area,
Please
definitely hop onto the website.
Yeah, expertise.
But there are
yeah.
some fantastic Tai Chi instructors all around the country.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing Tai Chi for probably 5 years now, and I'm still a beginner.
Yeah.
I learnt from a grandmaster who lives down in Sutherlandshire, and he is a GP as well,
Wow. Okay.
and he's been doing it for decades. And he teaches all over the world.
Yeah.
So he not only is a wonderful Tai Chi master, but he's also a doctor,
A doctor,
Western doctor.
yeah, who believes
so he
in-
can go tick, 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 and give you that validation that says, this is why it works.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Mm.
Brilliant. Right then,
Yes.
I'm actually going to be taken through a Tai Chi class, which I'm very excited about. But before that, I've got one more question for you.
Uh-oh.
One question which we're all on tenterhooks about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, where is the place that you feel, or that you were caught naked, the most embarrassing situation? And when did it happen? How long ago? And give us that little story of yours, because I know you've got one. I know you've got one.
Yes, I do have one. It wasn't a complete naked one. It was probably the worst area to get naked.
Okay.
And I was on safari in Africa.
Right. Where in Africa?
In Zimbabwe, and we were doing a nighttime safari, which is a wonderful time to get out and see the animals, right? And we're sitting in the jeep, we're doing this, and as a girl, after about an hour of doing this, you're thinking, my bladder is talking to me, and I'm so uncomfortable. And I said to the guy, I'm busting. I said, I'm so uncomfortable. He said, okay, it's going to stop around the particular tree, and I can hopped out the jeep, down on the ground. Pants are down.
There's a
I'm
lion sneaking up on you.
Yes.
No way.
Absolutely. I'm just starting to wee, and he comes running over and he says, excuse me, madam, we have to get back in the jeep. There's a lion. And I'm like there with my pants down and my ass out, and I'm running back to the jeep like this.
That is fantastic.
To get back in the jeep, I was so frightened. And then when he did stop again, I couldn't wee because I was so nervous.
That is so good.
So yeah, very sprung.
That's actually one of the best ones.
Very
Oh,
sprung.
that's one to beat. Whoever's on next, good luck with that. Right, are you ready to take me
Sure.
through
Yes.
a Tai
Are you
Chi?
ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, people, here we go.
Now it's really going to be hard to teach a Tai Chi class because all I'm thinking about is weeing naked and running from a lion.
But that's the idea.
But the other side of that story is I never actually saw the lion. So there's a part of me that wonders, was the lion
Was the lion ever there, or were they just pulling your leg? Okay.
Soft hands first. Take some deep breaths. And do a Tai Chi breathing. Your right fist straight. Left hand touch. Tap the front against your palm in humility and mutual respect. Sit down. Sit easy. Right nice. Sit up. Just hold up and down. Stay high. Begin and out. Just focus on that flow of softness. Feel as your eyes pushing the air aside. Now we can reach up, touch the sky. That's very nice. Imagine the arms around your body breathes. Use your mind. Feel the breeze run through. That's right. Now hold shoulders. Don't stress out too much. Last shoulders. Let's go sit this way. Okay, so you pull your chin like that. Breathing in. Stretch forward. Lower your arms. Breathe out. Lower your breath. Turn. Push. Feel the other chest. Right, just a deep slow breaths. Last one. Stop again outside. Turn. Go one more side. Imagine you're looking to the right. Just turn your head. Slowly following your stretching your neck. Imagine center. Change sides. Slow down. Slow down. Change. Down. That's all for the legs. Down. Breathing deeply, stretching out high and out. Imagine sunrise over the edge. Feel the wind in the face. It's a beautiful choice. Remind ourselves that no matter what happens, it's something that we can do. Calm and stretch. Stretching both arms. Imagine a bird stretching wings and walking along the sun. Down. Change sides. Feel the warmth. Feel it. Last one. Hold still. Gently turn your body. Stretching to the side. Roll the hands over the center. Pull them out. Remind yourself to take deep, slow breaths. Calm your mind. Center your energy. Hands again. Breathe out. Just come back to facing front. Close your eyes. Shift your stance. Challenge your balance. Just wait until you hold it. Arms up. As your arms sit back, just extend like a forward line tension. And down. Back to neutral. So again, change your sides.
Moving like this must also help with your fascia.
Yes.
Especially this slowly.
Yes. Very
It
controlled.
really helps.
Now to partial stance. Opposite hand, so push it forward. In Tai Chi, you slide force in the punch, which generates energy and power. Tai Chi is very much about using your opponent's energy, pulling them towards you, using their energy and against you. Let's try to step forward onto your front foot, full stretch. Change your sides.
So as well.
Slow, controlled, slow, nice. Fun, displacing full stretch. Try to keep that foot as light as possible. Change your sides. Tai Chi is very much about hold on. Change, roll, out. Preparing it for battle.
Preparing it for battle, you hear that? This is a great thing to do before training, do you think? Or does this help move the body before training?
So,
It's a great way. It does make you very relaxed. Right, and you would do that at the start, would you?
yes.
Yeah? So there you go, guys. There's a great sequence there. I mean, your classes that I've been to, they've gotten a lot more in depth.
Yes,
You know, they
of course.
really go into it. And the classes last how long?
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
So we actually do some more what you would see on the movies when you see them do this sort of stuff.
that sort of movement. There, you look at that.
Traditional
That's a thing of
Tai
beauty,
Chi.
that.
When I first learnt it, being a fitness instructor,
Yeah.
I was used to everything go, fast,
Yeah.
fast. And suddenly I have this man telling me to slow down.
And you want to keep moving
And
fast.
it was really difficult for me to understand, to grasp it. And I remember saying to him at one stage, he was actually teaching me one of these fighting things. And we were doing it so slowly. Thinking, what is this?
What is this?
I said to him, I actually said to him, I don't understand how this is a fighting. Now I'm talking to a Chinese guy who lives in Australia, who's a doctor, and he was probably 65 or so at the time he was training me. And I said, how is this a fighting
Yeah.
program?
Yeah.
And he said, that's a good question. He asked everyone in the class to sit, and we all moved back and sat down, and he did the whole thing that he was teaching us at speed with energy, and I think my jaw dropped.
Completely different. Completely different.
Suddenly I understood. Suddenly I was watching a martial art.
Yeah, yeah.
And what had been a slow, controlled move like this
Yeah.
became pushing people away and
Yeah.
firing into them. And
It's fantastic, isn't it?
and then I understood. And
It's
then
got
I
such an
understood
element
the
of beauty.
discipline. Yes, the
Really
discipline of slow and controlled.
Yeah, because in the teaching, of course, it can be a bit long, a bit slow, and you do have to really be patient with it.
Yes.
But I really feel like you say, like when you get to that stage where you don't need to think about what you're doing anymore. You just do. It can become incredibly empowering.
Yes, you understand that discipline
Yeah,
and breathing.
yeah,
Then when you do have to unleash,
you can.
you can.
Yeah. Don't mess with Rachel, then. She'll sort us out. Right, you. Thank you so
thanks,
much.
Jordan.
Guys, you can see this, you can see it soon. I'll be posting it up. Thank you so much for watching. Any last message or anything you want to say?
Be kind to yourself.
Be kind to yourself. That's a lovely thing to say. Bye.